Hi everybody and welcome back. In this lesson I'm going to teach you how to make a playable ceramic flute using simple hand building techniques. It does look a little bit complicated at first, but it's really just a slab tube with a series of holes. I'm going to try to make it as simple as I can and walk you through this, and I can't think of a better place to do this than in front of my wood kiln here. Well, in front of me are all the tools we're going to need to make a successful ceramic flute. We have a rolling pin for rolling out a slab. Wooden dowel. The wider the wooden dowel, the lower the tone is going to be with the flute. So this is about a 3/4 inch wooden dowel, which is basically a broom handle. Make sure it's sanded, it's not finished. A scoring rib and a fettling knife or a needle tool. Also, I have these two little boards here that are 1/4 inch thick. I'm going to be putting the clay in between here just to roll out a nice even slab to make sure it's uniform. Okay, I got my slab ready to go. I have my wooden dowel. Again, it's important to make sure that this is sanded and not finished, or the clay just will not come off. Now I want to line up this edge and carefully pick up all these edges to make sure that this dowel is touching all the way around. Spread your fingers out and try to make sure that maintains contact. And once you get all the way to the other side where it's touching, go ahead and cut it. Okay, so this area right here this is all the same consistency, so all I really need to do is fold this into itself. I'm going to try to make this as smooth as I can, but some people would think about leaving that seam, like an exposed process mark, which is totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead and take a flexible metal rib, make the curve of the tube, and pull. This is really going to compress it together. Again, this is about 14 inches long, but there's no real special number when it comes to this. The bigger the tube, or the thicker the tube, the lower the note's going to be, so you can make a bass flute or have a little tiny dowel and have a piccolo flute. Okay, I'm going to let that dry just a little bit, and just enough so I can handle it without denting it, and then we'll come back and start making some noise. Okay, we got our flute. I had to move inside. You can see I have a slight curve, open tube on both sides. What I need to do is put a cap on the end. That's pretty straightforward. All flutes are capped on one end. I just like to mark it, cut it out. Doesn't have to be very close. Okay, I've capped my tube. You can see I have both sides. Only one side's open now, the bottom end. I don't think there's any hard rules on where this mouthpiece needs to go, but generally speaking, I go about 1 inch from the end, and you can just start with just a small trimming tool and just drill straight through. If you look at a flute mouthpiece, they're more elliptical. They're not perfectly round, but perfectly round does work. What's more important is to understand which direction you're blowing. Okay, so I'm going to draw a little arrow. That's going to be the direction I'm blowing, and this back edge needs to be very sharp, and that's very important. Picture blowing across a bottle. You're blowing across a sharpened edge. So I'm going to go ahead and just open this up a little bit. These are a couple tools I like to use. These little hook tools are nice, a needle tool, maybe even a trimming tool. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and widen out this hole just a little bit, make it a little more elliptical. And then from the inside, I'm going to sharpen that back edge, this back edge right there. Okay, you can probably see that edge is fairly sharp. It tapers inwards and leaves a sharp edge. I'm going to be putting my lips right behind that edge and blowing across that hole. It's important to note that I am not a flautist. I grew up a baritone saxophone player, but I still can make some noise out of these. So you see, you heard I got a decent tone. All right, so we have our sharpened hole. Now we need some finger holes, right? So when we're thinking about the flute, the bigger the hole, the higher the note. So we're going to be making a series of holes, at least 6 holes to start. And you can see how my fingers are not all in a straight line. So I just start at the very bottom, where my ring finger on my right hand comfortably sits. Just going to make a little hole. You can start by just drilling straight through. Remember, I'm going to start with a smaller hole than I need. I'm just going to punch through. And with that hole open, I'm going to just hear a tone difference. Okay, so it sounds pretty good. It's actually a nice half step. I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm going to go ahead and see where my middle finger lines up. It's usually a little bit longer. So I'm just going to put it just a quarter inch or so further out than my first note. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. You can even make the hole bigger just from the inside. Sounds better. Index finger is a little bit more forward, closer, and so I'm going to just visually make a mark right there. Again, I'm just using the back end of a needle tool, and a lot of times it works out. When you do have to remember when you're making these flutes is that they will always remain in tune with themselves, but as this shrinks, or especially if it goes through high firing, it will shrink more and the tone will sharpen ever so slightly. Let's keep it up. Okay, this one's way further forward, you can see, so I'm just going to leave it right there, and this is going to make a little bit more of an ergonomic flute. Right. I'm going to stick with one more index finger essentially right next to the other one. You can see it's really starting to resemble a flute. This whole thing will be cleaned up a little bit. Again, most importantly, it's a sharpened edge here when you're blowing across that edge. Some people will have difficulty blowing the flute. I've even seen people make like an ocarina-like tube. You blow into the tube so you don't have to worry about actually putting your lips on there correctly. You can always check out my ocarina video to learn how to do that. And there we have it, this playable ceramic flute. Sounded pretty good.